What's up, guys? I'm gonna be playing Hearts of Iron 4 as Nazi Germany, 1936 through 1945. So, as usual, I'm gonna start researching better weaponry, machine tools, construction, and electronic mechanical engineering. Normally, what I do when I first play is I will build civilian factories on the bottom, and eventually build up my infrastructure around here. That way, when I invade France, my troops will be able to just push right through the Maginot Line. I will devote military factories towards producing Panzer IIs, so that when I go through Belgium, I can take it fast, and the French will be unprepared for going through the Northwest region. As Germany naturally doesn't have a big navy, when I play, it is fine that until I have Vichy France's navy or annex them, as long as I protect the Danish belts and the Baltic, they won't be able to naval invade, which will be fine. I think today I'm going to be starting a civil war and trying to bring back the Kaiser and restore the borders of the German Empire. Delete that. So to do that, our national focus will be, instead of researching Rhineland, we're going to oppose Hitler, cut that all the way up, and trade with the Dutch East Indies. Now, when we start civil war, 5 those, we will be on the western side of Germany, rather than the Nazis will be on the eastern side. So it's important that we have our troops stationed here, so they won't have to move over. Should be fine, and now we wait. And so we should go down. I am playing with a mod that adds historical flags, because the vanilla Germany flag really bothers me. The dull red is really annoying. And I also have the Demand It mod, and I'll place the rest in the description of the video. Good. Mr. Rommel and Heinz. I'll customize the armies later after I've won the Civil War, as it is ultimately pointless, as they're just going to be returned to the general pool whenever the Civil War starts. Now, hopefully, later on down the focus tree, we can ally with Britain, and that way we can get rid of Kaiser Wilhelm II and get the Wilhelm III, and if he dies, then we can get Victoria. And if Victoria is elected or put into power, you can bring back the HOI, which would really be nice. Plus, the Allies will help you with taking the Maginot Line. And as everyone knows, taking the Maginot Line back from France is the epitome of German advancement and technology, bypassing not only Belgium and Luxembourg, but capitulating France in under a week. Unfortunately, as we're going unaligned, we're not going to be able to annex Austria, which would have been nice, as we could cut through Switzerland to take France as well. And now the Civil War has started. So you can see all the units are stationed over here, and we are handily giving the Landstorm Regiment. And these are going to be basically the people of your army that have risen up to defeat fascism. Great thing about this is, one, they disappear right after, but they're not really good units. And when you're going down the non-aligned focus tree, if you bring back the Kaiser, as you can see, a lot of it, taking back Danzig will require you to go against the Soviet Union, and because of that, it is best to do a treaty with the USSR right now. Alright, take you guys down here. Take all that, while these guys can just kind of go for Berlin. And my Panzer Division will just support. I'll just add them to Rommels Corps, and Manstein can command you. And we lost one of our field marshals. As usual, we're probably going to be losing, so let's put our Navy in the air, Air Force in the air. Put the Navy in the air. And the Luftwaffe will focus on Western Germany. And I do need to check if we have as you can see, we're kind of winning in southern Germany, but no, we're not. I kind of hope that we had taken all of Ost-Prussia, so it would have been easier. Sharpen air safety regulations so the Hindenburg won't be blown up. And electronic engineering is done, so we can go ahead and research mechanical computing, which will just decrease our research time by 3%, which really doesn't seem like a lot at first glance. Go down there. The thing I hate about the Landstorm regiments is they're not exactly the best AI. As you can see, a lot of they will march into the enemy territory and get captured or leave spots open. At 5, put these guys down. We're gonna be lacking in equipment for a while, as you can see, military factories, civilian factories, and infrastructure are being damaged, so we're lacking in supplies, troops. Be nice if France would help us out, but they don't like us because we have caused we've generated world tension. So by opposing the Nazis, we've generated world tension. And we're losing down in the south. We're gaining ground up here. We took Nuremberg. Maybe I'd like to take Munich, but up north we have not moved at all. Still stuck on the border between Lübeck and Hamburg, and Hanover and Magdeburg. But it's appropriate some industrial land. I think as soon as we finish taking out South Germany. It'll be easier, yeah, as we can just focus all of our forces in taking Berlin. I always go with concentrated industry, as it lets you put more factories in state, and the output and dock roads are upped, whereas dispersed, well, it does add efficiency. In a state with like Germany, it's just not worth it because there's not a lot of space. And radio. Looks like we need more supplies. I will trade with the Soviet Union for now. Later on, I'll switch to Turkey and hopefully get them to join the Allies with me. And then when we eventually have to invade Soviet Russia, just go through there. And we are very slowly marching to Munich. These guys are doing much better than before. Actually, making ground and taking the enemy. Whereas up here, we have retreated. Great. Hopefully. Huh. Okay, so the US might not interfere. I know that no one likes me because I've generated 5% world tension. And we are just about to take Munich. Now, historically, the Nazis were based in Bavaria, which was where their power base grew from. I think it would have been a bit more interesting to see if the Nazis had taken Bavaria as their core and made Munich their capital, and the revolt or the Civil War start in Berlin, as the OKW was in part responsible for trying to kill Hitler. And we've taken Munich. And Italy has taken Ethiopia. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to fight against Italy. Maybe, hopefully. We can ask for Austria. And then wage a war of freedom on Italy. But we've almost taken all of South Germany, whereas up here we're still retreating. The good news is, for now, we're not losing any defense battles, so we're not giving a lot of ground. But I believe they still have 61 divisions, whereas we only have like 40. Yeah, 40. As looks like they got the bulk of our military, but we can just take this little bit and divert all these troops. Yep. Just clearing the Nazis out of South Germany. Quick and easy. And soon we'll be able to put them all on the northern border. Small price to pay. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just redo this. Put them all up here. And go all the way. This organization is too low. Well, at least we still have Hamburg. Or loyal forces there have not given up yet. Quite yet. But now we can take the ones from Western Germany and put them in Northern Germany, and hopefully get air superiority in North Germany as well. Alright, Germans are taking more of our convoys. You know, we're about to take Erfurt. I can't pronounce that right. But the good news is we are winning our fights now. We've taken about half of the state. Small pressure rid of other land. Of course, we need. Just put them down. It's better than nothing. Sending just regular untrained infantrymen with a knife, no uniform, and no gun to the front. Definitely the way how to win the war. Whereas they still have. Oh, never mind. They have 33 divisions. Guess we took a lot out when we took Munich and Regensburg. Whereas we have 45. And maybe we could. Yeah, okay, Spanish Civil War just happened. Maybe we can move up through here. No, we cannot. I'd hoped they had been unsupplied. What the enemy has. Seems like we're lacking in Luftwaffe sense. Whereas previously we had a large air force, now it's kind of been taken. But the good news is we're marching very slowly towards Berlin. Making progress. Let's go check on the Spanish real quick. Hopefully the Republicans will win, because fascism is well, for one, fascism is, corrupt, but more importantly, if the fascists lose the war, then I can go to war with Italy later on to usurp communism. Let's do the 4-year plan. When the war is over, I'll invest in political advisors in order to rebuild all my ruined infrastructure. But I think what I'll do is go for, what is it called again? I know Alliance with a Shade is in there. Yeah, we will return the Kaiser, accept British naval dominance, and then hopefully see if France can go communism and take them out with the support of all the allies. Let's get some paratroopers. And now we wait. Alright, well, we are about to take Berlin. Moving in on the SS soldiers, and sadly they've built back their units that we took. And we do not have any equipment. At all. But the Nazis are not up. They retreated from the north, so we can just put these guys up here. Take back the north. Regain our border with Denmark. I don't think Denmark likes us. Yeah, they don't. but we are losing in our fight with Berlin. They have bunkered down and they have a tank. More research is done. Concentrated industry 2, and we've just about restored Germany's current modern day borders. Just wait for them to get done. If I remember, we had a Panzer. Yeah, where did the Panzer go? Ah, there he is. We can just stick him in the fight with Berlin. Shove him right into the city. As we gain ground in southern Germany, or eastern Germany, really. Right, and we can start on air innovations, because when the war is over, we will want a strong Luftwaffe to complement the Wehrmacht. War Nazi expulsion. And we have just about surrounded Berlin. We're actually winning in a fight against them. It looks like maybe we can capture Hitler. More expulsion. With the capture of Berlin, our troops discovered the corpse of Hitler in a bunker in the city. Choosing death over seeing anti-fascist elements take over the country, the leader evidently took his own life rather than risk capture. Himmler's in charge now, so I guess no matter what, Hitler does kill himself. And I was hoping to see him hang. So I'd say sad, but I don't think Hitler dying is ever a side thing. Go down there. Maybe we could corner them off in Leipzig and then just use the manpower that we regain. Fuel refining. So recently HOI4 got an update to man the guns, and it added fuel. And this is really interesting because your armies have a debuff if they do not have fuel, as does your navy. Which means if you're playing as fascist Germany, you can invade the allies much easier because you can just starve them of their fuel, or go after them in Africa, and the UK will be reduced to a tiny island. And unfortunately, Germany has not capitulated yet. It's about 98%. We can just take their second capital. It looks like we won't need the extra troops down there. Maybe we will. It looks like these guys have it. Sending back the Nazis into Stettin with Hitler dead, and really they don't have anything to fight for. The majority of people do not support fascism. One Luftwaffe build up. And we've taken land. Well, I thought we took land. Just move. Okay. Air innovations are done. So now we can do Vestball. Hopefully before the end of March. I'd say February, but it looks like February is already ending. So by the end of March, I'd like to have this war done. Construction. We always need more rubber. Meanwhile, we haven't made much progress down here. Really, around these parts, it's much like a stalemate. But they 23 divisions down. Well, first, we had German Reich has capitulated. And we took their equipment. Unfortunately, we did not take their units. Nazi leadership captured. As at long last we have freed our country from the grip of our enemies, and those loyal citizens who rose up to support our cause may now finally return to their homes. As a nation, we may begin the long process of rebuilding our nation, blah blah blah. One last thing remains to take care of. With the end of the Civil War, the troops have managed to capture a large group of Nazi leadership. Now there only remains a decision what to do. Should we hang them or imprison them? Now let's hang them. No Nazi deserves to live, and Mackenstein is still in charge. But what we can do is, as soon as this focus gets, actually we'll just cancel this focus. Go back over here, secure the new state, which will give us clamp down on fascism, which will get rid of this 11%. We have more factories, which we can use for support equipment. And then put these guys on the border of France, because why not? Their troopers are done. And just have them train. Maybe threaten the French. Show them the might of the German military. And it's 1937. Alright, the games of the Olympiad. 7th Olympic Games were recently held in Berlin. 49 different nations. German athletes saw the most success, winning 33 gold medals. 4 of these, Jesse Owens, single most successful athlete of the games. And hopefully, the world will see, the German Empire, the reformed, and hopefully, our borders will come back to normal. Talking to you, Poland. That sweet, sweet, frightful German land. And they still hate us. Hey, hold on. What the hell happened to neutrality? I will just give back him in control, and let's give Rommel infantry expert. And give him a sweet name. Let's call him the Munich Tricorps. And sounds good. And give him a shield. Sable Alliance. This guy, we'll give him Fortress Buster. And saying that he was the one that took the Hindenburg incident. It did not explode. We will call you the, and every time I get to naming them, something happens. About a day. So rubber. Correct. The Berlin Freedom Fighters. And give them that. Let us revive the Kaiser Reich. Bring back Wilhelm II. Still can't decide if we want to get rid of. I heard that if you're going to, you have to get the Netherlands to reject the return of the Kaiser, so they won't reject if you have a decent sized military, so you should just delete the majority of your military. So I guess whenever we get around that point, we will be throwing away 24. Okay, it shouldn't be that too much of a loss. These guys received hardly any war experience. Rather than train, they're now regular, plus 25% modifier in combat. I'll just leave like 5 of those guys. Should be fine. Belgium has what? 19? So as long as we have less than 19. And after we revive Kaiserreich, we will take steps towards new and better Germany, crush militarism, and eventually take a shit on Soviet Russia. But that is it's gonna be a process, to say the least. But as long as we're not getting in a war with the US. I hate getting in a war with the US. Anytime, anywhere in the North America, because you can hardly get naval dominance as Germany. So basically, you're limited to putting copious amounts of submarines up by Alaska, navally invading Alaska, and cutting through Canada, which it sounds alright, but the time it takes, 70 days, or 35 to 70 days just to navally invade, and this is if you're allied to the Soviet Union. If not, you have to take them out first. Also, you have to transport everything over here. Oh yeah, the Kaiserreich is gone. Rebuild the nation. Then, the attrition alone is horrifying. I mean, it takes like a month just to get across Canada, because there's nothing up there. It's like one city, I believe. Yeah, Anchorage. And the rest is just, it's shit, really. It's 2 infrastructure. The dude has 1 airfield. It's probably even worse in Africa. Let's build a fuel silo. 2. And now that we have radio stations, put one down by, wait no, put it down here. That way whenever it gets built, we will be able to see into France, Switzerland, and eventually Italy and Austria. Come on. Alright. You know what we could do? We have enough political power saved up, so we could stop these guys training. We have enough. Put them on the border. There are 3 parts, so it should be fine. Demand. Waters. They have 12. Don't have any allies. Send them. Put the Air Force down there for safekeeping. And I forgot to cut these guys off, so they were using up oil the entire time, I believe. Put them down there. Germany at war again. Look, it's full unification. We're not gonna take all this, it's just Austria. Besides, we're rebuilding the nation. Maybe we don't have air superiority. Oh. With those guys. Alright. Now we have air superiority. They should take them out within a month, maybe 2. And we need to go after Belgium, because France will never say yes, so it's only viable to take out Austria, but more importantly, puppet Belgium and cut through France. Because we will need, let's, computing machine and better weaponry. We can puppet Belgium, we can just push our forces through here to Paris. And hope these dudes go communist. More of the AI being stupid as hell. Oh, I thought Austria had a tank. To say I believe Austria can't even make tanks. Recently sent demands. Alright. Yeah, it looks like they really updated the mod. Fascism is almost gone. Whenever we get the Berlin Freedom Fighters built up, we'll just put them on Maginot. And when we want to go to war with Maginot Line, we'll just demand that territory. They'll inevitably say no. And we can just kind of invade them through Belgium. But I don't know if we're gonna have to fight both. Let's go with fashion militarism first. Build some more artillery factories because we need them. And save that manpower for later and for the war in Austria. But the German Empire is returning to its former glory. 97, 58. We can just get this to go faster. It'd be so much better. So I'd like to take back South Tyrol. Alright, let's just take all states. This will give us a little bit of oil and needed military factories. Not a lot, but enough to make artillery. And we just go sit up against the Belgian border. Demand them to secede to us. Alright. Demand vassalization. Say yes. Damn it. Would have been so much easier if they had just said yes. Hardly ever happens, but when they do, so much less to worry about. You guys go. Protect the Benelux. Meanwhile, we're struggling to break through. Alright, we broke through. As soon as we take Brussels and Antwerp, they should capitulate. We're gonna need better attack. Better soft attack specifically. Should I? Okay. No, we could take that strip. No, it's too much. Better just puppet them and call it a day. And just save that political power for demanding Alsace. I'd like to do that when we're in the Allies, so France doesn't just up and join the Allies. And let's build some military factories down in Austria. But the German Empire is looking pretty good so far. Mr. Mackenstein Mackinson is still in charge. And Belgium is slowly going down. Goodbye. And we've taken Brussels. And yep. Take back some African colonies. Puppet. And done. Now we have African territories. A loyal puppet. And we can just leave this non-aligned. There you are. Look at that flag, isn't it great? And now Germany can be peaceful. Yeah, elastic defense. But military tactics is always a good thing. Italy announces claims on Yugoslavian territories, upsetting the island balance in the region. Well, this probably means that Italy will attack Yugoslavia. Hopefully that won't start anything between Mussolini and the Allies. It'd be a shame to see them go. Maybe we could seize up South Tyrol, Venetia in the process. Give back Istria. You know, it'd be pretty cool, like how in Vicky 2, when you can release your puppets, when you zoom out, the words show up like it's still your empire or your country. So if you release all the individual German states, it'll still say German Empire, but when you zoom in, they will be individual puppets. I think that would be pretty neat if you were playing as a country like Yugoslavia or China, and you had this, but when you zoom out, it said Yugoslavia says, yeah, give them fighters. It says China or the Holy Roman Empire, or maybe even France. Make some more fighters. And this is right about the time when we're shitting on the Soviet or the Communist manifesto. Just, our nation stands as a shield against Bolshevikism, protecting the West from communism's influence. We must carry this mantle with pride and prepare to use arms if necessary. So basically, this will open up Polish guarantees and guarantees on all the Baltics. But what guarantees do, they will lower our world tension in general, which really, if you think about it, when democracies and non-aligned are the only ones doing the guaranteeing, and they're not the ones demanding territory, it doesn't really do anything good for you, because if you need world tension at 40 to create a faction, which as non-aligned you do, and world tension is stuck at 10 because you've guaranteed all the other non-aligned nations, then it kind of just hurts you in the end. No, we don't need to. Oh my. Yemen has declared war on the UK. Where is Yemen? Oh, they're not that big, but they're winning. And they're fighting against all the allies. Now we can bring back the Kaiser. Get rid of One, just give it a half. Should be fine. All that precious manpower we saved up, just so we can be told no by the Netherlands. But I figure that the UK doesn't have any forces here. And that's the only reason they're winning. We have like something there. The House of Rashid. Meanwhile, we're bringing back Kaiser eventually. I wonder if they're gonna let Yemen get away with it. I could see they were potentially strong enough. That's 280 days. Through that, we will just research dive bombing. If potentially they could go after that British Somaliland, it'd be interesting to see a strong Middle Eastern. I'd like a focus tree for Turkey to bring back the Ottoman Empire. Like, I understand that it was weak and unstructured, but it would be pretty cool to be able to see. Of course, they lost. And Yemen is essentially a puppet to the Brits. We can make more fighter jets. Excuse me? Oh yeah, diddly diddle. I kind of forgot about that and was surprised, like, the weak French divisions have more powerful than troops than I do? I mean, these are the same guys that are weakened by their protection. Armored Spearhead. More fighter planes. Yeah, if you look at the French focus or national spirit, they have Victors of the Great War, which lowers war support, land doctrine, and recruitable population, disjointed government, more political power costs, less stability. They surrender whenever, take Paris, protected by the Maginot Line, which takes away their planning speed. Which really, that makes France like one of the worst countries to. Oh wow, it's 1938. France, one of the worst countries to play as. 1938, and I believe Venezuela has inadvertently created a conflict. Yeah, they're fighting the UK. So either Japan will capitulate, or China will join the Allies. Oh. Meanwhile, we were trying to return the Kaiser. Lift his exile and invite him to return to the throne, despite what the Western democracies might think. See, I don't understand why they all hate the German Empire. I mean, we got a cool flag, you know, and France and Britain mobilized. Alright, but wait, hold on, what? Yeah, what does it say? Why is Wilhelm II? What? I believe that I don't understand what's going on. It should be the third one, not the second one. What the hell? What in the fuck? My dream for a female Kaiser is dashed against the walls, I guess. Alright. Fine, we will adapt. The Republican, nope, the Republicans lost. Meanwhile, France has joined the Allies. Yay! Looks like we're not gonna be getting that sweet Imagine a line back for a while. Unfortunately, a long while. It's really sad. Maybe we should just talk to Poland instead. It really puts a hamper on my plans, because, maybe, if the communists start a civil war, that might, fix things. But, nope.